Always helps.
Well, now on the ice is the man who is leading in the competition after the original program. 19-year-old Vyacheslav Zagorodniuk from Odessa in the USSR. Like his teammate and friend Viktor Petrenko, who is not here, Slava Zagorodniuk sometimes has trouble completing the full 4.5 minutes.
His opening move, triple axel right here. He gets a lot of air on this jump. Big triple axel, beautifully done. Nice triple toe loop out of it. As you said, Vern, his biggest enemy is stamina. He's got to hold it together. Next triple flip. And he does that as well into a triple Salchow, and he pulls off. I don't know how he did that triple Salchow.
Isn't it fascinating? We saw him a couple of years ago at the Europeans in Leningrad, 17 years of age. Looked like a real comer, and the last year or so has been disastrous.
Well, I thought that he and Todd Eldridge would go head-to-head for the gold in Lillehammer. I thought they'd be the big rivalry, but then he was 20th. 22nd in the original program at the World Championships this year, so he's had his consistency problems. Triple toe loop. It looked like he was hesitating going in. He normally does a quad there, so I'm sure he probably changed his mind and had a little trouble on the landing. This is about the time in his program when things start to leave him. He gets tired. He needs to rest right here because his next jump, his next two jumps are very important. You can see his arms are coming down a little bit, means he's a little bit tired. Triple Lutz, gliding into the corner, right foot vault. Nicely done.
Keep in mind that the free skate counts for 2/3 of the final score, and Zagorodniuk is leading.
Last jump in the gauntlet here, triple axel. And he steps out of it a little bit, but he still did it.
Slight deduction?
Slight, but the thing is, he's already done 4 times more than Kurt Browning did in his entire performance, and he's got a couple triples left. So I'd have to give it to Vyacheslav already. With all of Kurt's problems, and with what Vyacheslav has done so far, I think the gold is his.
And just less than 2 months ago, we saw him in Oakland at Skate America.
Nice triple loop.
And in that performance, he had enormous problems in the free skate. Fell 3 times and fell in the process from 3rd place to 6th.
He doesn't need anything else. He's got a triple Salchow coming up and a double axel. He doesn't need them. Double Salchow there. If he plays it safe, I think he's got the victory over the reigning world champion. Double axel, combination into double flip. That's it. That's about the best I've seen him skate in a couple years.
'19-year-old Vyacheslav Zagorodniuk. Mishkitunak and Dmitriev, the world champion pair skaters who captured the title here. And Kurt Browning doesn't even wait for the scores.
Here's another look at that opening combinations move, triple axels. Look at the height and how straight he is in the air. It's tight, rotates it beautifully. Look at how high he is in the air, comes out cleanly, and then turns around and steps into a triple toe loop here. Very difficult, very well done. Nice triple Lutz jump here. He vaults with his right foot, straight rotation in the air. When you're on, you're on.
Now the first set of marks for Zagorodniuk.
And these should be, I don't know about that 5.5. The 5.8 is more like it. Again, he had one slip on that triple axle where he turned out of it a little bit. He still completed the rotations, no falls. That 5.5, I think, is way low. The French judge gave Kurt Browning a 5.6. Zagorodniuk blew him away technically.
And now
Second marks will probably go down a little bit. And they do. German judge goes down to 5.6. These are really very low marks. I don't understand how this can happen. This is 5.4s, 5.6s, 5.5s. He definitely outskated Kurt Browning, and those marks will not beat Kurt Browning.
The one judge, ironically enough, who gave Zagorodniuk first place overall was the Canadian judge.
And the Canadian judge was right. There's going to be a lot of talk about this competition. Vyacheslav Zagorodniuk outskated him tonight completely, and there's no way that Kurt Browning should have come away with it from this competition with a victory. This is what makes a lot of people wonder about figure skating judging. You know, I've always defended it. I cannot defend this competition. This was a farce. This was wrong. Again, Kurt Browning may be the best skater in the world. He's proved it many times, but he did not prove it tonight. He landed 2 triple jumps in his long program and won this competition.
Tracy Wilson has made her way to the judges area, and she's with the referee, Erika Schichtel.
Can you explain to us how Kurt Browning won the competition, having only completed 2 triple jumps?
That is what I do not know.
As a referee, can you explain why the judges marked Kurt up so high?
I think maybe they were sorry for the boy, for he is injured. And they know how hard what a good sportsman the boy is. Everybody else went out of this competition with the injury he has. And maybe so they were sorry for him. And they took that into consideration.
Are you satisfied with the way the competition was judged this evening?
Not very well.
Well, there are many who are watching who might agree with that, but Kurt Browning walks away with a victory. He finishes first, Zagorodniuk is second, and Alexei Urmanov winds up in third. When we come back, we'll talk with the champion. Kurt Browning of Canada stands atop the podium, but Scott, a tough night for him.
Well, this move right here, the triple axel, is representative of what kind of night he had. He's definitely a much more mature, much more polished skater than Vyacheslav Zagorodniuk, but with the back problems, Kurt just could not skate well at all. Last minute of his program, the triple loop turned into a single. You can see it right there. He just doesn't have the strength. But this was representative of Vyacheslav's program, and he deserved the win.
Tracy Wilson is with the winner.
Kurt, your thoughts on winning the Lalique Trophy?
Well, I'm a little surprised. But you know what? I think that every time that something like this happens, it makes me really, really go home hungry. And I'm very, very thankful to be the champion. And this is a beautiful award. And it's going to leave me, make me leave Lalique Trophy with good memories. And that's what I wanted to come here for. So that when I go home, I come back for the Olympics, I'm going to be happy to come back.
What happened out there tonight?
Well, it's a combination of being a little spooked about the back. It wasn't painful out there, but it wasn't strong at all. And it's got to be really strong up here.
Nevertheless, Kurt Browning did manage to add to his trophy collection. Vyacheslav Zagorodniuk finished second. Alexei Urmanov was third. In the pairs, Mishkyuchanok and Dmitriev, the world champions, also emerged.